Hello, welcome to episode 181 of Daryl Show Your Work. In this episode, I'll be configuring Wazuh for log collection and management. All right, but before I get started, I wanted to remind everyone to please check out INE for cybersecurity certification and training offerings. They range from red team penetration test to blue team um, uh, um, um, incident response, and everything in between that will equip you with those hands-on, in-demand skills that employers are looking for when it comes to cybersecurity professionals. So if you go to get.ine.com/Daryl and enter in promo code INF 100 Brooks Tech at the checkouts at your checkout screen. All right, you'll get 10% off of any of your purchases, including excluding, excuse me, live virtual trainings. All right, so that link is going to be in the show notes below, along with the promo code. And without any further ado, let's get started. So again, I know I've done a few prior episodes on Wazuh, but as a reminder for those who may have not seen that, Wazuh, it's a SIM product that supports log collection from various systems, endpoints, network devices, and applications, which enables centralized monitoring, analysis, and response to security events. So the Wazuh agent, running on a monitored endpoint, it collects and forwards system and application logs to the Wazuh manager for analysis. So I'm going to be working with those two elements here in this video. So first, I'm going to start off by adding the Wazuh agent to a Windows server here. All right, so to do so, I'm going to start off by going into opening up my web browser here, and I'm going to navigate to where Wazuh is being hosted. All right, so let's see, that is being hosted at 192, 168, 100. All right, so just navigate here. All right, so I'm entering my credentials here. All right, so since the Wazuh has picked up that I don't have any agents installed on my machine here, I'm going to go to the this yellow highlighted portion here to add agent, and I'm going to choose the Windows option here. All right, and as far as my assigning the IP, the assign the server address, I'm gonna enter in my IP address. All right, and then it should be command. Okay, so I'm gonna need to copy this command here. All right, let's see. Well, I can leave it. I was gonna open Notepad, but I think I should be okay. All right, so once I have that copied, now I need to actually launch the Wazuh agent. This is giving me the command here that I need to do that. All right, so I'm gonna do this with Powershell. So we can see a little Powershell icon down here. So I'm gonna right click that and then choose to run it as administrator. All right, let's increase the font here. Let's make that a nice 20. All right. All right, so in order to, I'm gonna enter into that the command that I seen there listed at the bottom, which is net all caps start, all caps, and then capital W Wazuh, capital SVC for service. All right, and so what this should do, this should start up the Wazuh agent on our Windows-based host here. And hold on, just making sure I didn't have to verify anything here. You dismiss that. No, okay, I don't. Okay, just wanted to be sure. Oh, you look like glad I caught that. Looks like my keyboard did its own thing there. So just checking my syntax. All right, I should be good to go. And it didn't like that. Okay, so what did you not like about what I wrote? Let's see. Did I write that exactly? Yes, his service name invalid. Just make sure. Ah, okay. I see what I did wrong. I didn't name, I didn't give out my agent. Okay, hold on. I got ahead of myself here. All right, so we're going to name the agent Windows PC. And then I didn't even run that command. I got way ahead of myself here. All right, so I had to actually run this command here um, in order to download and install the agent for me to then be able to run the agent. Don't know what I was thinking there, but anyway. All right, so it's downloading and installing the Wazuh agent here on my machine. And then once it's done doing that, then I'm going to enter in that command to start things up. All right, looks like everything went all right there. Now let's start it up. All right, now it started. Great. All right, now from here, I want to start defining the log sources. All right, so what's going to enable for me to do that is the ossec dot configuration file, and that's going to contain the settings for the log collection, monitoring, directories, and specifying how the agent communicates with the Wazuh manager. All right, so in order to open that, I'm actually going to open Notepad, and I'm going to open that file up with Notepad, kind of similar to when I'm using Linux and I open certain configuration files with Vim, not well Vim or Nano. My preference is Nano. Right, so this is evidently a 32-bit. Anytime we see um, x86, that's usually referring to a 32-bit distribution of whatever Windows operating system we're dealing with. All right, so and again, as always, excuse my slow typing here. It's just sometimes when using a virtual machine, my keyboard gets a mind of its own and starts double typing and everything, and I don't want to screw up my syntax here. Okay, so Notepad, just check in, make sure that everything's on here is okay. Looks like it is. All right, so what this is going to do, this is going to open a configuration file to in order for me to define the log sources on Windows. All right, and then again, this is going to be the Windows the Wazuh agent configuration file that I'm going to be opening. All right, so all right, there it is. All right, now in here, I need to find the log analysis portion of this, which is here. All right, so I am going, let me see if I can actually paste the actual the actual configuration block in here. Give me a moment. All right, let's see. right, let me see. All right, there you are. All right, let's see if that works. No, it doesn't. Okay, so I'm gonna have to just manually put it in here, which should be no problem. All right, so it's going to be in the same format as these other ones in here. Give me a moment to write this out. And I'll explain what's going on here in a second. Let me close that tag right there. All right, then just close the local file. Tag here. All right, so this is an XML file. Again, this is what this is the configuration file um, for the uh, for the Wazuh agent, and basically I'm adding another basically another log analysis um, configuration block here for the Wazuh agent. And this is going to enable it to start log connection and management of those logs here on this Windows machine. All right, so now that I have that, I think here I just need to save this. Here we go. Give me 1 second here. Hold on. All right, I'm back. All right. So now that I've got that added into there, in order for this change to be applied and to persist, I actually need to restart the Wazuh agent. All right. So modify this line a little bit. So let me just say, well, I could have just deleted that whole thing since I had to put this in, excuse me, in lowercase. All right. There we go. All right, so this is going to restart the Wazuh agent, the service related to the Wazuh agent, just so those changes I just made to the configuration file will be applied. All right, so it looks like that worked since I didn't get an error message. All right, now I need to actually set up the log collection within the manager. All right, and I'm going to do this on on an Ubuntu machine. All right, so let's switch. There we go. All right, so again, so I'm going to start this. I'm going to open up a terminal, and I'll probably have to adjust the font here too, just so everybody can see what's going on. There we go. Oh, I didn't want a 72. Hold on. What happened there? We just want that on 20. There we go. All right, let's try that again. There we go. All right, that's a lot better. All right, we can take this to full screen. All right, so I'm going to type a command, all right? And this what this command is going to check the connection status, verifying that the Wazuh agent is properly communicating with the Wazuh manager on this machine, all right? So, all right, to elevate my privileges a bit to be in order to run this command. And the Wazuh agent is located in this directory. Agent control. Okay, let's see. Make sure everything. All right, see my password here. Let's see, what is my password? All right, see, I believe it's this. All right, so we can see here where Windows PC. All right, we have that agent is available. All right, so not sure why it says disconnected, but it is picking up on the agent here. Remember, I named it Windows PC. All right, which is great. So um, having confirmed that this Windows machine is properly connected to the Wazuh manager, now I want to actually start to monitor the logs and ensure that the events are being collected and are processed correctly. So in order to do that, I'm going to use the following command: sudo tail -f bar. We're going to go inside of the ossec directory again, but from here we're going to go inside of the logs folder, and then the specific file that I'm looking for here is ossec.log. All right. All right, so this output is indicating that Wazuh is actively monitoring the system and integrating a new agent to expand its security coverage. All right, so just waiting for it to finish up here. Just check that. Okay. Thinking I might have needed to do that to start it because I noticed that message that said, let's okay, let's do that. Let's run the first one again. No, it's still saying disconnected. Okay. Let's run the tail command. Huh. Okay. I think that's probably as far as it's gonna um get. So hold on, what I can do here, and let me stop that again. Okay, so what I can do is I can actually try to validate the log collection here to see if everything's working properly. So this next command it should verify that the events are parsed properly and triggering alerts as expected. So you see, I'm gonna run that tail command. I'm gonna adjust it a bit here, and this time it's to the logs folder. I'm gonna go to the alerts folder, and then I want to see the alerts JSON file. All right, so just checking my syntax here. No files remaining. Huh. Let me see something. Okay, let me go back to the Windows machine here. Let's check that file because I just wonder. Did I goof something up with this file? Okay, so see local file. Location, Microsoft, Windows Defender slash operational location log format. Ah, there's the culprit. Okay. The keyboard strikes again. That's the culprit. All right. Ah, okay. Let's save that. All right. Here we go. And I think that was the only blunder. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay. That's closed right. Okay. All right. Let's try again. All right. So I'm going to restart this. All right. Now let's jump back here. Let's go a few steps back. Look at that agent. Ah, now it's active. Okay, now we can see that it's active. All right, so that appeared to be the problem. All right. All right, now let's look at the logs. Still giving me that message. So it says agent key generated for Windows PC. That's good. All right. All right, so let's close that. And let's look at the alerts. No, it's still not giving me anything. That is so weird. Okay, let me see, make sure. Maybe it didn't. Maybe I have to restart it. Maybe I have to start it up again after restarting it. Has already been started. Yes, okay, so it's already going. So I wonder why. Huh. Okay. Let's look at the agent, the alerts. No sys file directory. Okay, so well, let me check my syntax there, cause maybe I typed that in wrong. Alerts. JSON. Okay, everything looks right with that. Let me check something here. Right. Okay. So I think I'm missing a directory here. So let's try this. I think I should have been pulling this from the logs directory. So found a couple of blunders here on my part. All right, now let's try. There we go. All right. All right. So this is confirmed. This is displaying the real time monitoring the logs of events that's being processed by Wazuh. All right. So this confirms that that is working properly. All right. So I'm gonna hit Control C just to stop this. All right. So then the last thing that I want to verify is that the logs are being parsed and categorized correctly by Wazuh. All right. So I'm gonna run another tail command here, but this time I'm gonna just look at the ossec dot log. All right, and then within ossec dot log file, I want to grep, and I want to find any place that says authd. And again, what this should do, this should verify that the logs are being parsed and categorized correctly by Wazuh. Great. All right. So this indicates successful connections and an agent key generation for the Windows PC, confirming that the logs are properly parsed and Wazuh handles the agent's data. All right. So everything appears to be the way it should be. All right, so that was just me showing how to configure Wazuh for log collection and management with a few typos and blunders here which happen. But ultimately we wanted to get that agent up and running for the PC that we want to collect logs and events for, and then we want to verify that on the other machine here within the manager to make sure that that connection with Wazuh is there in order to generate those event logs that we need to monitor. So please like, share, and subscribe. Most importantly, show your work. Please go to irony.com. Take advantage of the exclusive 10% discount there. Get yourself equipped with those hands-on skills that will land you at least a job interview, perhaps a job with the cybersecurity employer. Until next time, take care of yourself and God bless.